Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Marcus Love, host of the Marcus Love Experience, first broadcast of Just Chopping It Up series. And well, everyone listening already knows about the coronavirus. Everyone's getting on the bandwagon. But tonight, for those listening in, I want to bring in something more positive. You know, a lot of people, especially my brothers in the travel community, we are not slowing down our international traveling, not one little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not one bit. Nothing's going to stop us from getting our passports stamped in the international travel game. When, like, if we want to go to Brazil, if we want to go to Colombia, Vietnam, even Thailand, yes, an Asian country, Southeast Asia. A lot of us brothers, a lot of us Black American travelers, we're just not scared to travel, period. So tonight, what I want to get on about everyone's mind is to not be afraid to travel. There's helpful tips that we can all adhere to prevent us from getting everything from the common cold to the ever popular coronavirus. So I have the those in the live stream. I have the link if you want to get on, discuss what your opinion is about this. Either you feel safe to travel internationally or whether you're scared to death. There'll be no judgment here. It's in the live stream, in the live stream chat, that is. This is amazing. From as early as this morning, how our President Trump is came on, did a complete 180 turn from 2 weeks ago, from calling it this coronavirus a hoax, up until now he's saying, oh yeah, it's the real deal now. Of course, he's not claiming any responsibilities, but I digress. We're not talking about him. We're talking about us getting our little travel game on, not being scared to do it at all. It just amazes me. Some things that we can do. And when you look at the bottom of the live stream after it gets on YouTube, you're going to have lots of references to go by. I've got sources. I've got some great stuff from the Harvard Medical School, even on air travel tips, up to date. So you don't have to sit there and worry about these kind of things. Just off the top of my head, I can think of 3 things we can do to keep ourselves well. There's diet, exercise, and vitamin supplements. Now, it's a lot of people keep thinking this is just affecting a certain age group or even ethnicity. I've been in the several chat rooms, and people are either bragging, boasting, or some are even saddened that a certain ethnic group may get it and a certain ethnic group may not catch this virus. What we're going to talk about is how to prevent it, regardless of age, regardless of ethnic background. So number 1, for diet, you don't got to be a all-out bodybuilder to get this. If you know any nutritionists, they'll back up what I'm about to say right now. Plenty of fresh water. Yeah, drink a lot of it. Not just coffee, not just alcohol, not fruit juices. Fresh water daily. You can take half your body weight, divide that into how many ounces of water you can consume every day. That's just a ballpark figure. I recommend you go to your nutritionist and ask him or her to give you a better, more personal assessment of your health prior to even traveling internationally. So there's fresh water, fresh fruit, whether you're at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, or my favorite, the weekly farmers market. Wherever you are in the United States, there's farmers markets everywhere. You get fresh fruits, fresh off the farm, reasonable prices, no pesticides sprayed on them at all. You want to consume as many fruit as you can. Of course, you know, within reason. And I know a lot of people are like to say, like, to eat well costs a lot. In the United States, unfortunately, that's true. However, I know people who have little smart gardens, and not just in houses, people who have apartments, condos. Have little outdoor patios, little smart gardens, depending on your family size. You could be a single person, a couple, or a small family. You can grow your own fruits if you want to. But many of us have to depend on the supermarkets and the farmers markets. So there's no excuse for it. You consume water, fresh fruits, also vegetables, a nice mix of vegetables. But a lot of us, especially some of the vegans I know, I won't say their names, they forget the protein. You don't got a bit of meat here to consume your daily amount of protein. I like to say, like when I used to be a personal trainer for a popular gym, I won't say the name, I was always taught just to look at your client's hand, your person that you're training, the size of their palm. That's the amount of protein you should consume with every meal. So just look at your hand right now. Hopefully you've washed your hands. You haven't touched your face. Look at the palm, the size of the palm of your hand. That's the amount of protein you should be consuming with each meal. So therefore, the diet we have. And I shouldn't say diet, I should say lifestyle. A lot of people look at diet as associated with weight loss. Diet is your lifestyle, how you consume food every day. This keeps everything balanced. It keeps your mood balanced, your weight at a reasonable. So you have your diet, fresh water, plenty of fresh fruits, vegetables, and protein. Protein can range from, like I said, if you're vegetarian, if you want to cut down on beef and pork, you can have fish. When I was recently in Rio, Brazil, about 2.5 weeks ago, the steakhouse that I went to with the Black Man's Option, the BMO crew, man, let me tell you, I thought it was just going to be beef. They had lamb. They had all kinds of fish, baked fish, grilled fish, and they had it just slice it off. It was always delicious. Didn't feel full, didn't have any gas. It's just perfectly prepared food. You can get protein from tuna. Some people like to have tofu. Me personally, I stay away from soy, but for the ladies listening, you might want to take some soy for protein if you're a vegetarian. The thing is, you want to get well-balanced diet daily. So with your fresh water, your fruit, your vegetables, and your proteins, this is the first step of being prepared for international travel. Now, on to exercise. There's a total of 10 things just off the top of my head I can think about, but cardiovascular training. Now, the difference between running and jogging or walking is just that it's easier on your joints, your ankles, your knees, your hips. Your heart doesn't know the difference. As long as you're moving for more than 30 minutes per day vigorously, you'll get your heart pumping, your cardiovascular system, get the blood, the juices flowing. You'll be more flexible, you'll have more stamina, you'll be in a better freaking mood. Now, something that I incorporate when I'm out running or jogging is interval training. Now, that's like, say you're going to go from 3 to 10 miles. I'm just throwing out a number there. You can sprint for every 100 yards or 100 meters. Just sprint as fast as you can. Then slow down and walk for another 100 meters. Then go up for a slight little jog for another 100 meters. Then sprint again. You may want to stop and do some crunches, some push-ups. then get out there, jog, run, sprint again. That's basically a good example of interval training. You want to incorporate that into your daily cardio. You don't do it every day, maybe every other day. Like I say, talk to your doctor and your nutritionist. And if you are paying a personal trainer to train you at your gym or in your home, talk to them. They know your body. But most people don't have a personal trainer coming to their house. And some people don't want to pay gym membership for whatever reason. So that's just a suggestion on interval training. You want to mix it up so your body's the cardiovascular training, you're strengthening your body, you're toning muscles, and you also become more flexible. You have more stamina, endurance. I recommend, just keep it on a flat surface, like near the beach or in the park. Going uphill can be just a regular brisk walk. Now, if you're more advanced, you've been doing this for a while, you can run up a hill if you want. But for me, I like to briskly walk up the hills at an incline. And it can vary. It could be on a trail like out in LA where I live, in the particularly in the Pasadena area. On the Arroyo, lots of hills. Great. Right now it's raining cats and dogs out here, but even in the rain, if you wrap up good enough, the air is fresh, whether on a rainy day or a sunny day, you can walk out there, and your biggest, danger is looking out for potholes. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's fun. It's different. You're not, if you're claustrophobic and don't want to be inside all day, you go out on the trail and you're out there walking up hills, up and down. Now, for those who aren't claustrophobic, who prefer, instructor-led classes, you can, like my girl's at TRX right now. She is a beast in staying in shape. Sometimes she puts me to shame. I look at my one-pack stomach that used to be a six-pack, and I say, damn, she's out there doing it, rain or shine. So if you're going to get into TRX, which uses both cardiovascular and resistance training, get more into that later, it tones your body. You're getting resistance training for us, push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, stretching, running in place, jumping jacks. You're doing it all with TRX. Versus if you do yoga, that could be prior to working out, or I like to think it's better after a vigorous TRX workout to do yoga and stretching. It's good on keeping your muscles limber after all that workout, and it works on your breathing. It's good to slow down real easy instead of just coming to an abrupt stop. Now, some people, and I knew this before I even went to Brazil 2.5 weeks ago, some people prefer to dance to get their cardiovascular exercise in. And I'm not the world's best dancer, but hey, it does work. Okay, it does work. You work your core body, your abs, you work your legs, you work your back. Your whole body's getting involved in it. You're out there having a good time dancing solo, or if you're a guy, you get to dance with a beautiful woman, or if you don't care, you get to dance with a not so beautiful woman. As my late dad used to tell me, there's no such thing as an ugly woman. Some just look better than others. So you're out there doing a little dance, salsa, and or your samba dancing. They have that in Brazil. Anything to get the heart rate going. You're having fun with it. So we went over diet, exercise. The next part of exercise is a resistance training. One of my favorites, weight trainings, dumbbells, picking up something heavier than you. I've done this for decades. It does wonders for your body, especially if you've gone a long stint. When I was away in Brazil, pardon me, when I was away in Brazil, I didn't get a lot of resistance training done. I did a lot of walking on the beach, but I didn't get any weight training. And when I came back, I was kind of, gun shy going back to the gym because it's coronavirus. I have to admit, I was eating cheese. I got a little scared, and I'm just thinking today, like, why? I'm doing all the precautions, the universal protections of keeping my hands clean, after touching doorknobs, shaking hands all day or whatever. I don't believe in the not, talking with people. You're going to have to interact. I'm not going to be stuck in the house all day. But I'm saying when I got back from vacation, I didn't immediately go back to the gym. I was worried about, catching the coronavirus at the gym. Meanwhile, I'm paying my monthly dues. So how silly is that? But anyway, back to the weight training. Like I say, everybody doesn't want to get a personal trainer. And I used to do that for a living, and it was hard to keep. You can get people signed up, but it was hard to keep them on because it's a commitment. Getting the money, the people come up with the money is not always the problem. It's the commitment. So some people may go with somebody who's knowledgeable, or nowadays they go on YouTube and they get the information right there. So whatever you guys out there listening, I suggest, man or women, get into weight training. It is phenomenal. It strengthens your bones, especially for women. The older you get, especially women who are vegetarians, women who are Caucasian and Asian, this is medical facts. You are susceptible to getting osteoporosis. So to keep your bones strong, you do resistance training, give you weights, push-ups, like I mentioned back when you're doing TRX. You're strengthening your bones, your ligaments, your muscle. It is great. The only difference is, unlike cardio, resistance weight training, you're not using any oxygen. So basically, it's just your muscles. You're just pumping. You're pumping. Now, some people don't want to go to the gym. Some people prefer to swim. In the pool, or the bold ones go out into the ocean and swim. But you're using your whole body when you're out in the water. And I can't talk about that because I still have to learn how to swim. My girl swims, and I root her on when I see her. So you got weight training, TRX, swimming, 3 different types of resistance training. Now, the third part of these helpful tips when traveling internationally is supplements, vitamin supplements. Personally, I like a vitamin B, high in B12, B6 with vitamin C. I take that daily. Also, you can take an aspirin. It could be baby aspirin, one daily prior to any long flights. Now, according to the Harvard Medical School for air, travel tips, taking these aspirin daily, it prevents blood clots in your legs. These last few trips I've been on, like to England, South Africa, and more recently Brazil, 10.5-hour flights, easy. Like from LA to Brazil, with a stop in the ATL, of course. It was like 10 hours, a little bit more than that. 4-hour trip to get to Atlanta, another 10 hours to get to Brazil. However, when I went to back in November of last year, when I went to South Africa, man, that was 10.5 hours from LA to the United Kingdom, then another 10.5 hours from London down to Johannesburg. Man, that was a long time on 2 long flights. And let me tell you, taking that aspirin prior to the flight, like a whole week before I went, I was taking the aspirin along with my pills with my vitamin B and C. It does work. Now, also when you're on the plane, you want to get up and stretch and walk around a lot. I had an aisle seat and I could stretch my legs out, but I was in coach, so I wasn't in first class. But even there, no matter what class you're in, coach, business, or first class, you do want to get up at least once an hour, minimum. At least once an hour, or maybe every 30 minutes. You be the judge of that. But get up, stretch, get the blood flowing. Drink as much water as possible. I'm not going to say don't drink wine. But people are going to do what they want to do when they're on holiday, traveling, on vacation. But do drink water on the plane, stretch, and just move around. And you taking that baby aspirin days before the flight is really going to keep the blood clot not forming in your legs. It's very important to actually do that. So I'm going to recap here. We got diet, which is water, fresh fruits, vegetables, protein, all that good stuff. Exercise, combination of cardio, resistance training, and supplements, vitamins, baby aspirin, the whole 9. You do all that stuff, you should be okay. All right? So it's, as I was saying, don't let this coronavirus stop you from enjoying life. I absolutely love to travel. I love it. It's until you get a passport and do it yourself, it's just sometimes it's just difficult to describe what it feels like. And I'm not going to let this current pandemic stop me from getting my travel on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do it. I'm not. I'm not going to do it. And why should I? Why should I? Liquid courage. When you look at that, do not let this coronavirus stop you from traveling. Just don't. Okay? Hold on. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on right there. Hold on. No technical difficulties here. This is the only corona that you should be worried about getting too much of, okay? That's not even mine. A guest left out here. I had one of those bring your own bottle events. And he brought his own bottle. Some left over. Anyway, don't let this scare you. Don't let this stop you. For God's sake, just follow the health tips I just gave you. You want to keep your diet up, your fresh water, your fresh fruits, your protein, your vegetables. You also want to keep your exercise, your cardio, your resistance training, and really just the supplements. Take it. I take vitamin B and C. Take a baby aspirin. All these things help prepare you for international travel. Wash your damn hands. I mean, you should have been doing it before this pandemic came out. Not to be judgmental, but keep your hands clean. Don't pick your nose, touch your face, shake someone's hand, wash your damn hands. It's simple. It's simple. Don't let this stop you. Okay? Want to see you have a good time. I want you to go up and get as many good memories as I do. There's no reason to sit here afraid. Okay? Just don't do it. Loving this, man. There's no reason for you guys to be afraid, okay? Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, I do have the links at the bottom of the description. You'll be able to click on it. You can read more. It has a whole bunch in there. I just don't want to go through all of them. Don't want to, keep the live stream too long. But just look at it, and while you're at it, don't be afraid to go over to the Broken Ashy universe over at Amazon Kindle. Yeah, your man Marcus got books over there. Books, man. Books. Get your books at Amazon. Get them. And until next time, peace.